Hello everybody, I'm so glad you are here. My channel is all about art journal, mixed media painting, collage, assemblage and anything else that sparks my interest. In case you don't know me, I'm Bea Grob and I love to inspire you. My next project, as you know, I do those collaboration for artists for seasons where we exchange digital backgrounds. So that's what I have here. That is Shall See. That is a Gina Ahrens. That is mine. And that is from Ayala Art, Marta from Ayala Art. Now I have planned something different this time. I did lately purchase this Ranger Dinah Wakley large book, which has also canvas pages. And you can see I have a template here. So I do have the sewing machine here and some stitching yarn. So the first thing I'm gonna do, I wanna cover up this template with a lot of little pieces from those papers. So first I'm gonna tear tiny pieces. I was thinking about 1-inch pieces, maybe even smaller. Yeah, I think 1-inch pieces. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm gonna choose and pick those pieces I like the best. For my dress, I'm probably not gonna need the whole thing. And I'm already the first time cricket. Oh well, nobody gonna see it in the end. So I said about 1 inch, and I'm not measuring it, I just eyeball it. Maybe that's gonna be my top part. I like that idea. So maybe like this. Probably more than what I need. The good thing with those collage papers, you can use them over and over again, so you don't feel so pressured to use up every bit like in a real piece, so you're more inclined that way to experiment. I'm gonna insert right here the part where I did my alcohol ink background. Let's start first with some isopropyl alcohol. It is the 90%, I believe. I did grab like a bronze metallic. I did grab all red, orange colors and a tiny little bit of purple, but only a tiny little bit. So let's see what happens. I have no idea. And I'm gonna start just a line here, just a little bit to, because I can't use pins obviously, I prefer to do it with a little bit of glue. And I'm gonna do it row by row, sewing it on. And I want just one line up here. Do I want that? I have a sewing machine dedicated for craft. I'm gonna mute the sound. It's a very basic model, which means it is loud. I think that doesn't work as well as I imagined. I'm gonna go back to my glue stick, my ever trusty glue stick. Seems to be easier. Okay, I'm done with my skirt part, I mean the bodice part, gonna go up here. But first I want to cut back to the original line, and then I'm gonna sew again along the outline. That's what I wanted to say. I just simply cut back what is over my paper template. I think I need a little bit more here. Okay. Now I'm gonna sew along the edges again, just to give a little bit of definition and also to hold it in place securely. I'm not doing something along here. I just leave it as it is. But I'm gonna go over a second time. This I did try as straight as I could, and now I'm gonna do wavy lines. Now I also want to add a little bit gesso on my burlap page. And I do have a palette paper here, and I'm gonna use the roller just to roll some gesso on. just want to lighten up the page a little bit, but I don't want to cover completely the burlap. Now that has to dry before I can go on, and I'm gonna use the heat tool. Okay, the page is dry again, so I'm still debating how I want to incorporate the stitching, what colors, and I don't like that, but maybe this purplish red color, because I also have this mother of pearls which has the purple in it a little bit. You probably can't see it so well, and that's going to be my quote. So it is cotton embroidery yarn. I'm going to use that yarn to stitch along the pages and to sew on the buttons, but I'm going to use heavy gel to glue on my dress. But I'm going to first do the stitching. Let's put that aside for the moment. And I think I'm going to go all along the pages. I'm still not certain whether I should use a blanket stitch, which would also secure a little bit the fraying for these burlap pages. Maybe I'm going to do it, but just very rough and randomly. If you don't know what a blanket stitch is, there is a lot of videos out there about the different embroidery stitches. When I was really young and my children were still really small, I was in art school in a class called Experimental Embroidery. As some of you may know, I have a textile background, so I was in this class where we did all kind of hand and machine embroidery on the homemade surfaces. So we made all the fabric paper combination, we played with wax, with resin, with all kind of things, and did experimental embroidery. That's what it was. It was fun. Must be still some pieces around somewhere with my relatives. I tend to throw out my artwork after a while if I can't sell it, so I'll give it away sometimes, but sometimes I'm just, yeah, I can't keep everything. Now I do knot it because there is no way how I can hide this piece somewhere between the fabric. So I just simply do several knots. I think you get the idea. I'm gonna finish the rest of the page off camera. So I did stop here. It's not necessary that I really finish the page, but I need to see where I want my things before I can sew on my buttons, something like here. I think I don't like the bow. I don't like the bow. Okay, here we go. Now, as I said, I'm gonna use the heavy gel or the gel matte. I think I'm gonna grab the heavy gel matte for this dress. I did put in protection because it's gonna seep through, because there are holes in here, so that I don't have everything on the other page. Just making sure that I have it the right side up. Now for the quote, I did use the computer obviously, but I also want to give it a little bit of color, so I'm gonna use some picked raspberry distress ink. I think I'm gonna go in with some vintage photo too. It's a little bit too bright for my taste right now. Now I need to glue that, and again I'm gonna use, because I have it already out, the heavy gel. Wouldn't be necessary for such a thin paper, but I have it here and I use it. Okay, here we are with another art journal page. I decided to do my collaboration work this time in the large book with the bullet pages. The collaboration, we are 4 artists, and each season we exchange backgrounds digitally, and then we do our own artwork. Everybody does something very different, so go check them out down below in the description. You find all the videos from the other artists who are playing in this collaboration. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you soon again. Bye!